Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode. Finally, we are here today to hear from Devora, who, first of all, Devora, thank you so much. Your message is inspiring, and that's what we were looking to do. We're looking to uplift and inspire people as much as possible, because what can be shared at a time like this? No one wants to hear Musar. No one needs self-care tips, because who's able to do that? Maybe, I don't know, maybe yes, but it's a challenging time for every single person. And wherever you live, whatever your situation is, we could always use a little inspiration, a little glimpse of the cool things that Hashem is doing every single second, whether we know about it or not. Sometimes we get a tiny little peek at it, and yeah, we should celebrate it and share it and just enjoy it, so we hope that that's what you get from today, whether you're listening. Some people ask, like, when do people have time to listen to these things? I don't know. I like to listen to it while cooking, while washing the dishes, while making challah. So wherever this finds us, this finds you, we hope you are able to take a little bit from it and pass it on to others. And Be'ezrat Hashem, this should be as chos for every single one of our chayalim, every single one of our chatufim, that everyone should come home in peace, in health, physical health, mental health, and we should just have better days together, Be'ezrat Hashem, and peace. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm here with my amazing cousin Devora, and we are going to have a little chat. So should we just go right in?
I'm here.
Amazing. Perfect. Okay. So first of all, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and about October 7th, what you thought would happen and then what ended up happening for you?
Yeah. So when I think October 7th surprised us all, but I live in America already for soon a year and a half, by myself with this little man. My family's from Beit Shemesh, and I was planning on coming home for the Chagim, and I also planned a trip to Cyprus with my sister and be home for the Chag and everything. And I came towards the end of the Chag because I didn't want to be home for the whole Chag. I was here. And I booked this flight specifically for this party because this is a very, very big festival that's been planned for months. So I know about it like almost a year ago about this party.
Wow.
It's a very, very big, big situation. And
we're talking now
and
about the Nova party in the south of Israel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like me and a lot of others, we were planning on going. A lot of my friends were there. A lot of my friends also last minute decided not to go. A lot of the friends that didn't go, they went. There was the same party also on Thursday night, and they decided not to go because they wanted to keep Shabbos or for all different reasons that they weren't there. For me, it was a different case why I didn't go. But I'm very happy.
Do you want to tell us why you didn't go?
So there's a bunch of reasons. It like all led to each other. It was like a whole reason why I didn't go. But so first I was planning on going. My friends who live with me in America, they also went to Israel a few weeks before, and they obviously bought tickets and everything. And we were planning on going all together. So we all bought the outfits, and you wear all these like costumes. It's really fun, like festival-y stuff.
Wow.
And then a few days before, I was talking to my mom. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go. I was like, you know what, Mom, I'm gonna go. Then I was like, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go. I kept debating. And then when I was in okay, I'm gonna go to this party. It was after Yom Kippur that I fasted this year, and unfortunately, I did not fast in the past. And I sat towards the end of Yom Kippur, and I was like, you know what? I don't really know how to daven from a sitter, but I was like, hey, God, show me you're there. Give me a siman that I'm doing something right in my life, that I'm doing what's right, what's not good, because also in the job, like it wasn't going for me. I do sales, and the פשוט לא הסתדר לי in the last like the few weeks before I flew.
Hmm.
And it cost a lot of money to come home.
Wow.
And פשוט לא הסתדר לי מבחינת כספית משום מה, ו-last time כאילו that I came with like very very מסודרת, and I don't know why something just it wasn't working out for me.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, give me a siman. And then really the next few days, this was actually I mixed up. This was actually in Rosh Hashanah. I said this Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
And then this stuff kept happening. So right after Yom Kippur, I did a very
Stuff kept
stupid thing.
happening, meaning like your job not working out so much and
Yeah,
like
like
not
all these simanim.
Mm.
Yeah, all these simanim that at that second I was like, Hashem doesn't love me. Why is nothing working out for me? But obviously it was for the good. And it's obviously very sad that I had to wait for something tragic to happen for me to realize that Hashem does love me. And he loves everybody. But so after Yom Kippur was out, after I fasted and everything, I was like, I'm gonna do something good, like all these like little stuff that you do for Hashem to help you.
Yeah.
So I did a very very stupid transaction by Zelle. It's kind of like the Beat of America.
Yeah.
And I transferred $360. So I was very very upset and very aggravated. This was literally like 5 minutes after Yom Kippur. So the next day I go to the bank and I told her, listen, I gotta cancel this. Like I can't afford right now to lose $360. I need this money. I'm traveling next week.
So you bought
She's like, listen,
you bought something and then you had to
it was I'm even embarrassed to say it.
No, you don't have to
I
say
don't know why. No,
Yeah.
no, no. It was just so embarrassing that I did it because the whole thing is that I was so upset about it because it's not my type to do such a thing.
Yeah.
It was like I don't know why I believe this thing. It's like you transfer a certain amount of money, then they send you this and this back, and then I don't know why I did that. Like I have no explanation why I did this. And the lady at the bank, she's like, you can't get your money back. So I called my mom, like literally crying, having like a panic attack. And I told her, I'm not upset about the money that I lost. I'm upset about why I did it. Like, why would I do such a stupid thing? Like
Yeah.
I'm not the brightest person.
Yes, you are.
But I wouldn't.
So you
I
got
wouldn't just transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just get my doggy.
Yeah.
So I was very very upset at myself. Now, before I flew, I have a few bank accounts, like one that I keep all my money in, then one that I put aside for certain things. And then before I flew, I split my money up. So one bank account, which was that bank account, was supposed to be money for the party, and for other stuff that I wanted to do. And that party, by the way, is pretty expensive. It's like 500 shekel just the ticket, and then you need another like 500, for like your outfit and the drinks and everything, and then another 500 for how you're gonna get there and gas and cars and it's a whole big thing.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So in that account, I really had $400 that was supposed to be for this party and for this thing, and it was all like planned out.
Wow.
So, and I just got to work late, and my boss was like mad at me that I came late and everything, and I just didn't answer, and I was just crying to my other friend who she actually comes from like a not religious family, and I was telling her like, that's it, Hashem doesn't love me. You know what? Like, can we cancel these simanim? I was like, can I just cancel it? Can we do an undo? I don't want simanim anymore. All these simanim keep like, but like not working out. They're not even good simanim. Like, what does he want from me? And I was very, very upset and very, just like, I think upset is the right word to say.
Like disappointed. How like, yeah?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I just fasted on Kippur, and it's very, very hard.
Yeah.
And all these little stuff that I did, and I was like, why? And I give my sirs every month, and I do all these stuff, and why does Hashem not love me? Anyways, and then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to this party for sure right now, but I'll still keep an opening to maybe yes. So one of my friends texted me, she was like, maybe we'll go to the Thursday night party, not the Friday night. I was like, no, if I'm gonna go, it's gonna be the Friday night one, because I just landed on Wednesday afternoon. So I was like, Thursday is gonna be like too crazy for me to go. Let's go on Friday night. And then when I got home, on Thursday, I went out with my sister, which I wasn't even planning to. And then we went out actually Thursday night, me and some friends, which was also not planned. I was supposed to be home Thursday night because I'm going out Friday night.
Yeah.
And then last minute, we decided to go out. We went out. And then when I got home Friday morning, I was talking to my friend Friday afternoon. I was like, listen, I'm super tired. I don't think we're gonna go out tonight. Like, okay, I'm just not gonna go to this party. It's okay. There's gonna be more of these type of parties. Like, I don't have to get too excited about it. And because it's for real, a party that you wait for like months for. It's like once a year. It's the first time it came to Israel. Like the big, it's huge. That's why there were so many people from other countries because they planned it for so long. Like it was a very very big party.
Wow.
And then when I was telling my dad about it, he just a fun fact. 360 is high twice. So Hashem gave me my life, and he was telling me, he was like, "You see, your life is worth more than $360," and I was like, "It's worth a lot more than that," you know. And I was very like shooken by it, and that second I donated 360 to Laman Chai, like
Wow.
the little bit I can do, whatever I was gonna spend in the party. And then about like a week or 2 weeks later, I actually got a refund for $300 from this
Oh my
transaction,
God. Oh
which
my
is just which is
God.
just something because when I was at the bank, I was literally crying to her. She was like, "Listen, ma'am, you cannot get the money back. Like, you cannot." I was like,
Not
"Okay."
gonna happen. Yeah.
And it happened. So Hashem does love you no matter what.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So could you describe for us like your feelings when you found out, first of all, you were here in Israel and there were sirens. So when did you start to realize that something weird is going on? And your feelings of when you realized what had actually happened at the party.
hmm So me and my mom, we stayed up Friday night talking till like 3:30 in the morning because I don't let her go to sleep when I'm home. Like, we're talking, the whole night. That's when we talk. And I was actually just telling her, I was like, maybe I'll go to the army. Like, I feel stupid I didn't do the army, but if I'm gonna go to the army, I'm not gonna be like this and this. And we just kept talking just about regular stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, and I didn't go to this party, and like all my friends are there, but it's okay. Like, I have FOMO, but it's fine. It's not even such a great party. It's fine. It's gonna be good.
Wow.
And then we wake up in the morning. I think the first time was like 8:30 or 9.
Yeah, something
When
like
I don't know when the
yeah,
it
around
was
that.
very early in the morning.
Yeah.
So I go to my mom's room. My dad was already at show, and I go to her. I was like, "Ma, is this real or is this like a fake?" She's like, "I don't know." Like, she'll go. I was like, "Hey, let's go to my mom." I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I go to my room, and unfortunately, I don't keep Shabbos. So I right away checked, and suddenly I see there's a white tender of mechablim inside, and I'm like, "Ma, there's like mechablim in this." And she's like, "Wow." I was like, "Okay." Come. I go, I sit with her there. I go up like a few hours later. I'm like trying to like that cannot out of the situation. For now, we have sirens. So then my uncle calls me and he was like, "Listen, I think you need to tell your dad and brothers to come home from show because it's a serious war because
Yeah.
there's so many times that we have sirens. It's not so meragesh siren. Like, it's very meragesh, but there's no school today. There's no this. Okay, it's a day off. Like, you don't get
It's
so excited
crazy,
about it.
by the way. It's crazy for non-Israelis to like, yeah, a siren here and there is normal life.
It's normal.
Like, yes.
Like, I didn't think it was weird. Like, also last time when I flew to America, like when I moved here,
Yeah.
on the way to the airport, it was like also a certain war. I don't know what war it was, but
Yeah.
there was like a lot of like police in the entrance of the thing, and also there was like tilim and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
also flew like in the war. So זה לא נשמע לך כזה הזוי tactile.
Yeah.
So then he tells me, he's like, "Listen, you gotta tell your family that like this is it's a real situation going on. Like, you have to tell them not to go."
Yeah.
And I keep seeing, I'm like, "Ma, now there's motorcycles inside." I'm like, "Listen, I don't think you understand because you have to really see it. So once the Shabbos, you're gonna really understand." I'm trying to like update her, and no one really knew yet. There was like, I don't know, like 15 stories on Instagram. Like, you don't really understand what was going on.
Yeah.
And then once you realize Motzi Shabbos, everything that happened, and then suddenly on the news, I see my friends in the video of them running from the party. I see them because I just saw her story Friday night of her, in the same outfit, having the time of her life from the party. And pitom, I see her running, and I was like, "Is that her? Wait, is that?" And I didn't understand what like that it was that party. I
Wow.
thought it was different. I didn't realize that I was going down to the one for this party.
Mm.
Anyways, so then once we realized that was a, and then it took me time to process that I was supposed to be in that party. Like, it took me a long time.
Mm.
Only to like Monty Shabbos Saturday night, I was like, "Ma, I think I was supposed to be in that party."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, it was that party that you were talking about." Because literally a week before, I told her like, "No, okay, I'm not gonna go." She was obviously very happy for me not to go,
Yeah.
but even more so after it all happened.
Yeah.
But I'm very blessed to have to still be here.
Wow. So how does it feel like for you, and what were your thoughts? First of all, I'm sure you were like shocked, and besides for everything, but like knowing, like you said, you had your outfit picked out, you were literally like if you hadn't been scammed,
Mm,
you might have managed literally been there. I mean, who knows? But yeah, that's
yeah,
what was
I
supposed to happen.
was supposed to be there.
You were supposed to be.
Uh, I think it gives you a lot of thoughts. I know, like my mom was telling me, it's called a like survivor's guilt or something.
Yeah.
So I'm not blaming myself or anything, but it goes through your mind like there was a lot of certain names of these girls who were kidnapped that they became very big and famous, and I was like, that could have been me. Like, why is it not me? Why is it her and not me? Like, why is she a better, let's say, Jew than me? And I'm like not in a, I don't know how to say nice words, but like I'm not the most religious person around. Yes, and all these like people who again you can't compare people, and you know Hashem chooses whoever he chooses, and he got a plan for everybody. But I I definitely think about it a lot and not blame myself, but always think of what if I was there, and what if even if I did escape, would I be the same person? Would I be still like? Could you laugh again after? Could you be happy again? Like, what happens to you after? Like, do you ever like? Would you ever go back to another party? Would you ever see those friends again?
Mm.
Would you go back to America? Because I left my dog here, and obviously I was thinking about him the first thing also, and about my nieces and nephews and all the kids that these terrible stuff happened to. I right away obviously thought about my family and about the people I the most love.
Yeah.
So that I needed something so crazy to happen to realize that again Hashem does love me, and He's got a plan for you no matter what, even if you don't realize it right away, or you don't know, or you don't think that He's there for you, because you can blame Him for a lot of stuff that happens, or a lot of, let me try to put my light on, for a lot of, okay, never mind, for all these crazy stuff that happened to you, even if it's with, I don't know, this school, they were mean to me, and my friend, that happened to her, and my dog is sick, and all these little stuff, you always right away blame Hashem. And I don't think he's right away the person to blame, even though it's easy to blame him because he is the decider, but he has a plan, and it's all the stuff for good, even if you don't notice it in the beginning.
Well, what about your friends that were actually there? Have you spoken to them? What, yeah, like how did that work afterwards?
So as soon as I realized that that one girl I was supposed to go with her, and I right away obviously texted her. I knew she wasn't going to answer me. She actually only got home Motzi Shabbos at like 12 or 1 because she had to, again, she doesn't really talk about it, but she was like in the okay, I guess, type of stories. Like she didn't have to hide too much or anything, but she escaped. She hid in all the kotzim and everything, and then she hid in the army base for like a lot of hours till they came and they took her until she got home.
No.
So when I texted her, I just told her I'm sending you a big hug and I'm very happy that you're okay and I hope everything works out. And I'm here for you. Like, I don't know if you ever need anything.
Mm.
So so she would just answer us for the first few days. I'm fine. Good night. Like she did not want to talk about it at all. And
No.
she has one of the most famous videos of the people running from the party. So right there's like the open field of everybody running. So it's her running this way, and then there's like another. I don't know if you've seen it, but like a guy with like a poncho. It's a it's the video
Yeah.
that's everywhere, all over the world. Also, so those two are my friends.
Wow.
And in general, every time you see stories, you keep seeing them. And then every time I'm posting something, I'm thinking like maybe it's a little bit sensitive for them. Maybe I shouldn't post. Maybe I should. But I also have people that are not Jewish following me that it's very important also to talk about it because unfortunately people don't love us all around the world. Not everybody loves us. It's been, I had more friends that were there besides her. A lot of actually my friends, they were there for the Thursday night party. It was called something else. I don't remember what it's called. And there was the Friday night and they stayed there a little bit and then they left like Friday early in the morning at like 5 or 4 a.m. like
Wow.
super early, you know.
Yeah.
And I have yeah. And there was even someone that I was that we went out Thursday night that I sat next to him on the bus and he was shot at the party like right over here like in his face. And we were just talking about Thursday night and we're all saying like, wow, you talk so much, like you don't shut your mouth up, like you're blabbermouth, you know.
Oh
And
my.
then he got shot and now he can't talk anymore. And just all these little things that you're
Wow.
like, for now he can't. I mean, maybe one day he'll, once he rehabilitates. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the word for a
Yeah.
person, but
Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. And then obviously right away, all my friends in America call me, and everybody's like, "Wow, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?"
Yeah.
And you try to keep yourself together, but then you realize, like, wait, it's actually happened. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
for real, you know?
Yeah. So what about you're back in America now, and there's pretty crazy stuff going on there also. So what's it like being, at least for you, for your experience, being a Jew in America these days? What does it feel like? What's the environment like for you?
Obviously, feel a lot of the antisemite, and it's not new. It's not like only now I feel it because where I work, everybody knows I'm Israeli, and I have an accent, and I talk even more with an accent when I'm at work. And there's some people who they come to you like, I'm like, I'm from Israel. You know, now I don't say I'm from Israel. I'm like, New York, and they're like, they obviously don't believe me, but but normally I say Israel because if they have a problem with that, they can walk away or whatever they want to do.
Mm,
I'm not embarrassed to say where I'm from.
mhm,
Even though it is scary,
mhm.
he has what to say.
No problem.
So actually,
Mhm.
actually, last week we had a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. When we walk into our parking lot, we live in a closed building, like a kind of like a complex apartment building, but it's very, very like secured. Like you can't go in the building without a fob thing, and you can't go in the parking lot. You can't get up the elevator. It's like whoever's in the building, you know that they live with you, so you kind of feel safe. You know, there's no one like crazy gonna go in your building.
Mhm.
Um, and then one morning we see a car. It wasn't our car, but someone had a car that had a swastika, the Slav Keres on his car.
Yeah.
So we right away were like, "There's no Nazis in our building." Like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I was very like shooken up. I was like sweating. I was upset, and it's freezing. It was like 0 degrees outside.
Mm.
I was very, very like shooken by it. So I went down to the apartment building, and when I'm talking to the management, he cared, but he didn't care enough. But he was like, "Yeah, you have to call the police and everything." So he called the police with me, and then when the police, they only came like half an hour later because it was an emergency. They called me back and they said, "Listen, there's nothing we can do about it. There's a freedom of speech. They can do whatever they want."
Well.
Anyways, I did wipe it off for them a few days later because their car got dirty. So I cleaned it up because they just wanted to clean their car.
So nice of you.
Wipe it up. It really not. It got dirty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oops.
So we Thursday I was at work, and I normally don't talk politics at work. Sometimes I tell them like, yeah, you know, it's very sad. And normally they're like, "Oh, we're with you. We pray for you. May Jesus bless you and everything," and all this stuff. And we're like, "Okay, we love you. Thank you so much for the support and everything." And then I was talking to someone for like a half an hour. I was trying to sell him. He did not want to buy. And then we started talking about Israel, and I was like, "Oh, who's Israel?" Like, really? I was never there. I was like, "Do you know what's going on?" He was like, "No, I feel sorry, but like, what's going on?" I was
Wow.
like, "Okay, let's have a little chat here." And he was like, "I just want to tell you, I'm very, very embarrassed. I don't even know what's going on, but what's going on?" So I told him very, very shortly, not shortly, we talked for like an hour. I was telling him everything that was happening. I was like, "Listen, I don't want to scare you too much because I know you have, and Americans, they can't handle all these crazy stuff. You know, we're Israeli people, we're a little bit tougher."
Yeah.
I was like, "Listen, I know you have a baby, but you know, there's babies that were hostages and that were killed and
Yeah.
vechu, vechu, vechu." And he was very shocked by it. And I showed him even some videos and even some videos of me at home, you know, running to the shelter and us going to give stuff to Hayalim and all these little stuff. Stop
Yeah.
it, please. He was very like, "Wow, okay, like you guys have such a pretty country, like you guys love each other, like wow, this is amazing. I'm so sorry." I was like, "Sorry, I just talked my ear off." He was like, "No, it's okay. I'm here to listen. I see you're very like you just want to share." I was like, "No, because it's important for people to know." Now, I don't think me telling this one person made a difference, but he came back to me like a half an hour later and he handed me money. I was like, "What is this for?" He was like, "I want you to donate it for your people, for your soldiers, for the families who need it."
Whoa.
I started to cry. I was like, "Can I give you a hug?" Like, what are you doing? Like this
Wow.
non-Jewish Christian doesn't know anything about the world.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And he comes like he didn't want to. Like, obviously, we're not even talking about work like with this story and stuff. But like, I first stopped him to sell him. He didn't want to buy. He was cheap. And then he comes back and he gives me money to donate. And then he texts me that night because I give my number if they want to come back to get the product. And he was like, "I just wanted to tell you, thank you so much for telling me about it." And I really didn't know what was going on. And I appreciate you taking your time and talking to me and explaining to me. and I know you guys are gonna win because I see how much you love your country. I never met anybody that loves her country that much.
Whoa.
That you guys love each other, and I wish I would even meet an American that loves their country, but we don't see that here. And with your love, you guys are gonna win. I'm telling you, this is someone who, an hour later, he didn't know that there was a war. He was like, yeah, I heard maybe there's gonna be like a World War III. I was like,
Oh
good
my
morning,
God.
good afternoon, sir. It's already here. You know, it already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I was very like, wow. And he told me also a bunch of other stuff, just that Israel is such amazing people, and he didn't even know that we really love each other. And I was like, even if you see like the protesters, I think it's an amazing thing how you see how the pro-Palestinian people, they protest and they're just yelling and screaming, and they wear masks on their face because they're even embarrassed to show their faces. And when we come together, we just, we, even from America, me and my friends, we sent over just stuff for Khayalim, for families who need, and we just all come together. And you see that even in hard times, we should always come together, even in not hard times, but that we just all are one people.
Well, tell me something. Like, what's like a message that you would want to end off with to tell people, either from what you've learned, from what you've seen, or something that you wish people in the world would know?
I don't think I can specifically talk to all the people in the world, but especially for kids, I don't know who's gonna see this, but teenagers, girls, guys, whatever it is that are, I'm not gonna say off the derech because my mom's gonna be very mad at me. On their own derech, okay, who chose their own derech for just a few years, to learn choser b'tshuva. Just to realize that, like I said before, Hashem for real always loves you, and He always has a plan for you. And we sometimes forget that, and we sometimes hold it. I don't know if you say the word hold it for granted, but
Take it for granted.
yeah, like you can a little bit get mad at him for no reason, like it's not him. It could be just a choice you made, like that avara bankait was a very stupid transaction I did, but he could have given me the sechel because everybody says Hashem is so great, which he is, but why did he make me not do that? Why did he give me more sechel to not do the stupid thing? And then you realize that he needed to take away that little last brain cell of yours and make you do the stupid thing for you to be saved or anything like that. So I think that's something. So I learned that. Oh, I have another thing I learned. I just remembered.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be super short.
Yeah, go for it.
So I know that I give my sisters ready for, I think, since I work, and there's actually a lot of friends of mine that they also started giving my kids from me, because I was telling them I have no explanation for it, but when you do give Meiser, it's like something crazy. Your money lasts you for a longer time. And I was like, it doesn't make sense, because if it's I got a paycheck of, let's say, $1,000, if it's somehow that $900 pashut lo nigmar li. Like mathematically, doesn't make sense because I bought a lot of stuff. It's like, why is the money not finishing? But then when I have elef, which is kilo more than 900, my money finishes. Kilo So that is something that I'm very, very marked about. And then when I was home, I was zachiti to do a lot of mitzvot and try to help people and go help them and stuff like that. Now, I had to buy a ticket while I was home because my other ticket was canceled. It was pitoom, to להוציא הרבה כסף על זה. And then this and that and that. And I was like, okay, I was obviously הכל בלב שלם, but I knew שהשם מחזיר לי, or that he's going to be there. There's a lot of these little stuff that happen, I don't know, even the airline, they told me, okay, it's going to take about 2 weeks for your refund to be issued. So for now, I had to lay out the other money for the ticket till I got that back. Pitom, 2 days later, it wasn't even 2 business days later, my money's back in my account. And I was on the way back from the hotel that I went to do ladies' nails and bring them stuff. And I was talking to my friend, and I was like, listen, I don't know when it's going to be coming back. And he was like, don't worry. I promise you, Hashem yachzir lach kefel kiflayim. It's going to take care of you. So I opened up my bank account to see which credit card to use. And I see the money back. I was like, lo Imma Time. It was a lot yoni. And then all these other stuff. And then before I flew back home, I find $300 in my wallet. But I only came with I don't know, $800 in cash. איך פתאום נשאר לי 300 אם קניתי כל כך הרבה דברים? כאילו זה לא הגיוני how that happens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then even me coming back to America, I didn't work for the first few days, and then so I got my paycheck was like 2 weeks later, and I was home in Israel for a month, and I had maybe $200 or $300 in the bank account that I was using. In that money, אני אומרת לך, באמת, אני ניסיתי לחשב את זה כי אני לא האמנתי לעצמי that it's possible. It didn't finish. Because if you think about it, $80 in Walmart, plus $50 on Amazon, $60 for dog food, plus this and plus that. זה יוצא $300, a lot more.
Yeah.
And then your phone bill, ועדיין נשלח לי. I was like, I was like, telling my dad, I was like, Abba, it's crazy. איך זה הגיוני? כאילו באמת, I was like, anyway, so Hashem also takes care of me with all those type of stuff.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. It's so cool because it's like on the one hand, okay, like just money, whatever, but it's like a physical way to see different things. And I feel like sometimes it's really cool. We don't always see things. We really don't. A lot of things are just hidden, but when we do, it's very cool.
Yeah, when you see mama's shit like very clear, you're like,
נכון.
זה לא הגיוני. כאילו, and obviously we all know she's בורא עולם, but again, sometimes you can get a little bit confused. And you see stuff and I'm like, I like call my friends, I'm like, guys, this is crazy. Like, you gotta do all these mitzvot like this. It works, you know? Like, listen, guys, you have to do this stuff. And then I was actually talking to the lady who did my hair. And last time I was in Israel, I was thinking about my sisters, and also my mom was talking to her. And then when I went to her to get my hair done, like a few days before I flew back, she was like, Devora, I just want you to know that I started giving my sisters because of you.
Whoa.
And also, I have bracha b'kesef. I have more clients that I can even take in. Like, I'm not from hearing also from you, okay, I have to start giving my sisters. You know, it's very hard for her in the beginning. She's a religious woman. She's very, very tzadika.
Yeah.
And זה פשוט משהו שפשוט היא לא הצליחה לעשות. You know, it's very, very hard to give me.
Yeah.
And so she's like, listen, because it's you and your mom, because of you guys, I started giving my sister. I just have to say thank you to you guys. And I was like, don't say thank you to me. It's not me. I just learned it. But yeah.
Okay, Devora, thank you so much for this, for everything. We're so happy that you're here with us, that you're sharing your stories to us and like the random dudes in the mall that afterwards want to donate money to Israel. Like, that's amazing.
As in random people. No, it's very, very, very חשוב to להעביר את המסר. We do our best here in America.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking me to come tell you guys.
For sure, 100%. Yeah. This video was brought to you by Lyla Byes. Thank you so much to Mara and Yael. You guys could go and listen to their music on Spotify, on Apple Music, on YouTube, and yeah, let us know what you think. Enjoy.